I've just bought a 25-year-old Porsche Boxster S. It's got loose trim, a flooded boot, and a list of other small problems we need to fix if we hope to sell it on for a profit. To give you a little breakdown really quick of how much money we have invested in with this Porsche. So we bought the car for £3,200. We then spent £100 on the insurance, £40 on road tax, and so far £60 to £100 on fuel, meaning we are invested about £3,500. And what makes this an interesting buy is that this isn't just like your bog standard entry level Porsche Boxster, which means it has a 3.2 litre flat six engine, which in my opinion is the best engine you can get. It's more powerful, it's got bigger brakes than your average one you'll see advertised online at this kind of price mark. So let's tackle the easy stuff first and get this car cleaned up.
There we go. It sounds really nice. Badge at the back now because it's cracked and faded. We've got these ones here. The badge is off, but it's left behind this weird kind of like glue. Got it all off now. It's nice and clean. Gonna put the Boxster bit on first. There you go. So we're just doing a little bit of a quick tidy up on the Porsche so we can take it to the little kind of car meet we're going to later on today. Right, we are on our way to the stag now in the Porsche. So it's going to be quite cool. There should be quite a lot of nice cars there. Got a nice Ferrari there. That'd be quite a cool car to get, wouldn't it? Alright, we've got a couple drinks. The R8's nice as well, I like R8s. Oh, there's two of them. I didn't even notice that at first. There's an old Aston Martin over there as well. There's a few cars that are a bit thrown together. That's an old Celica, isn't it? It's got the white bumper. I reckon Izzy would like this.
So instead of dragging out this next section, I'm going to speed run a few things we have sorted. We have tightened up the foot pedals as they had come loose, and then we were looking for the reason as to why the climate control in the car was not powering on. Initially we thought it could be a fuse issue, but then we had a look in the front of the car and noticed that it was flooded and the pollen filter was disgusting. Unfortunately, none of this fixed the issue, so that will be a problem for another day.
Car has been machine polished now, but I want to figure out what the spoiler looks like when it's up. Alright, it came up. I mean, it's quite cool. It doesn't look as cool as I thought it would.
So really quick, I just want to update you all on the Mercedes SLK. So it has been in our garage for the past few weeks, and we've been waiting for that car to sell as I moved it onto a live auction on eBay, and it has ended. Now I'm recording this, but for you in this current state in the video, you need a little bit of context first. So I'm going to play a few clips that will give you a bit of an understanding as to what's been going on.
Right, I'm recording this on my phone because this has just happened by chance quite randomly. I've just bought another garage for the series. So it's nothing crazy, but we've got the flooring in here. And this is where we're going to be keeping the Porsche for now. So yeah, it's just a nice little garage for us. It's only cost us £20 a week to have this. And we've still got our other one further down for all of the Gleam detail stuff. So it's quite cool, in my opinion.
There you go.
So it's a shame really. I actually do feel quite sad that that car's going, but the auction ends tomorrow morning. Right now the current bid is £1,200. What that means going forward is we have £1,200 to work on the Porsche. So we can do the Porsche up, get the Porsche sold, and then whatever we have after that is what we use to get the next car. I've actually quite enjoyed owning that car.
So as you saw by those clips, we have put a new front badge on the car. It's been freshened up, it's been put back in the garage, just waiting for it to sell. And as I mentioned in the clip just then of me speaking, I have really enjoyed owning this car. It's quite an underrated car because it's a 2.3 litre petrol that is supercharged. You don't really find that at that price point. I don't think I can actually think of a car that would be a hardtop convertible over a 2 litre petrol with a supercharger. So it seems like a really nice buy, especially for someone like me. If I didn't have my son, that would be an amazing car and I'd probably really want to keep it. You can kind of tell I have a certain taste in cars. I really like these 2-seater convertibles that are quite sporty. With me having a son, I can't get one of them as my daily car, hence why I've got the Mini Cooper. And to give you a little bit of context as to how we even got the Porsche, I've mentioned it in episode 2, but my granddad let us borrow the money, and this money was lent to us so we could get this series moving, because otherwise we would have had to wait about a month for the Mercedes to sell, and obviously it ruins the momentum of the series. So that money's been borrowed. So what that means is once the Porsche sells, I need to repay my granddad back. Hopefully the Porsche is going to sell for about £7,000. And we have the money coming in from the Mercedes. So let's say a nice average, we have about £7,000 to £8,000 in the end. We then give my granddad back the £3,000 that he lent us. We will have about £4,000 to £5,000 to go ahead and get ourselves another car. Currently looking at a Jaguar XK8 or a Jaguar XKR. I'm not too sure exactly what it's called, but it is an older style Jaguar and it's about £3,000. And I think it'd be quite cool to own a 4-seater convertible for this series whilst it's still warm. I imagine this series will keep going into the winter and then probably summer next year before we manage to get the Aston Martin. So right now, because it's hot, I'm looking at convertibles, but I am aware, I've seen a few comments saying that convertibles lose their value in the winter. Once it becomes a bit colder, I will start looking at hatchback style cars. So I'm hoping September time, we have enough money for me to go ahead and get ourselves like a Porsche Cayman or something like that. Tomorrow, I'm hoping I post the video, but if anything else happens today, I'll add it to the video. But just wanted to give you all a little update as to what's been going on. Alright, it is about 5 days later, but I want to give you all a little update because we've hit our first difficult few days. So the person that won the bid for the Mercedes has just not said anything. So it's been about 3 days since the auction fully ended and it went past his time frame of getting in touch. So I've relisted the car back up, and unfortunately this means we have to pay an additional £30 in eBay fees, but we're hoping to try and get this car sold relatively soon. And in regards to the Porsche, nothing else has really changed in terms of getting stuff sorted, but we have had an issue come up. I got a warning when I was driving the car back to my flat, and it said about the brake pressure or brake fluid being low, and drive to a workshop immediately. So a bit concerning, but my dad said it isn't a major issue. I'm not too clued up on the mechanical side of things, hence why I'm doing this series as well, is so I can learn. I'm going to have this video coming up the following Friday, so I've got about 6 days until then. So who knows, the next clip could be the Porsche getting fixed or the Mercedes finally selling. So we headed down to pick up some brake fluid, and in fairness, it was nowhere near as expensive as I was expecting. It was only about £11 for 1 litre, and you just simply pour it in and you do it up the exact same way you add screen wash. So I've relisted it, and funnily enough, this new listing has got way more attention. Like, it's been watched 5 times today. It's got 32 people watching it, and we've already received a £1,300 bid. It's going to end in 2 days and 19 hours, so on Saturday, so the day after this video is posted. I imagine some of the people that are watching it might decide to bid right at the end, but it's quite a nice listing. It's got quite good photos, and in the description I've been as honest as I can be. And I was watching another Porsche, so I'll try and find that really quick. This is the Porsche that I was looking at. It is a 3.2S 2003, but it is a manual. But I actually think that our spec is better than this. It's got the red brakes. It's quite a clean example. Its mileage is the exact same as ours. It's had recent work done very similar to R1. Pretty much to explain what we're going to do to ours once the Mercedes sells is all of the stuff that this one's had done to it. This one is a black exterior with a cream interior. Now, I personally think that this cream interior isn't actually very nice. Yeah, I don't overly think the cream interior looks too good on these. Like, I think it looks better with just the black. And we've obviously got silver with the black interior, so it's just a spec that everyone can like. And we've got full service history, we've got 3 keys, we've got 2 keys and the master key. So we might not make as much money as we originally thought we were going to make, but there is still a lot of money to be made with these cars. So it's just, I thought it was a very similar example because pretty much all of it is the same as ours, except obviously the spec.